What's up, guys? Another Sabbath day Torah reading, Genesis 49. Now, in this chapter, before Jacob passes away, he gives his sons prophecies about what's going to happen to their descendants in the future. And some of this has been fulfilled already. Some of it is yet to be fulfilled and will be here very soon, or in the millennial kingdom, which is the next 1,000 years. And I'm going to just go through, it's not something I've studied deep on, but it's not something I'll study too much, but I'm going to give you the basics of the fulfillment of these prophecies. Now, all right, Genesis 49. Then Jacob summoned his sons and said, "Assemble yourselves, that I may tell you what will befall you in the days to come. Gather together and hear, O sons of Jacob, and listen to Israel your father. Reuben, you are my firstborn, my might, and the beginning of my strength, preeminent in dignity and preeminent in power. Uncontrolled as water, you shall not have preeminence. Because you went up to your father's bed, then you defiled it. He went up to my couch." Now that's speaking about when he slept with his one of his father's wives. And it says, "Uncontrolled as water, you shall not have preeminence." His blessing as the firstborn was taken away from him and given to Jacob. Simeon and Levi are brothers. Their swords are implements of violence. Now they're the two that when Dinah, their sister, was raped, it's believed she was raped. They're the ones that went and killed all the men in the city of Shechem. Simeon and Levi are brothers. Their swords are implements of violence. Let my soul not enter into their counsel. Let not my glory be united with their assembly. Because in their anger they slew men. Speaking of Shechem. And in their self-will they lamed oxen. Cursed be their anger, for it is fierce, and their wrath, for it is cruel. I will disperse them in Jacob, and scatter them in Israel. Now, that's Simeon and Levi. Now, the Levites didn't have a possession when it comes to land. They didn't have any cities because they were the priests. So they didn't have any cities. And Simeon, his descendants, they only had a few cities, but they were just mixed into Judah. So that's how that was fulfilled. Judah, your brothers shall praise you. Now before I even continue, Judah, the tribe of Judah, his descendants, King David and many of the kings, and also Jesus, Yeshua, is from the tribe of Judah, the Lion of the tribe of Judah. Judah, your brothers shall praise you. Your hand shall be on the neck of your enemies. Your father's sons shall come and bow down to you. I mean, see right there. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, you have gone up. He couches. He lies down as a lion. And as a lion, who dares to rouse him up? Yeshua, Jesus Christ, the Lion of the tribe of Judah. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor the ruler's staff from between his feet. And Judah That's the Jews. The descendants of Judah are the Jews. I talked about that in a video recently. Judah and Benjamin. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor the ruler's staff from between his feet, until Shiloh comes. Shiloh is another way of saying Messiah. And to him shall be the obedience of the peoples. See, right there is a prophecy of Jesus. And also with the lion thing. And still, the Israelites in the land today, the Jews, that's descendants from the tribe of Judah. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor the ruler's staff from between his feet until Shiloh comes, Messiah. And to him shall be the obedience of the peoples. He ties his foal to the vine, and his donkey's colt to the choice vine. He washes his garments in wine, and his robes in the blood of grapes. And that's another prophecy of Jesus right there. So when he comes back, he's going to tread the winepress of God, the winepress of the wrath of God. And it says blood comes out of the winepress for like 1,500 miles or something. Speaking of the tribulation time when he comes back. And there's also prophecies that speak about his garments being soaked in blood from that time. And it says right here, he washes his garments in wine and his robes in the blood of grapes. He's going to tread the winepress. The grapes are the ones are referring to the people that are going to be in the tribulation and that are going to be killed. His eyes are dull from wine, and his teeth white from milk. Zebulun will dwell at the seashore, and he shall be a haven for ships, and his flank shall be towards Sidon. Now that's one that's going to be fulfilled in the millennial kingdom. Ezekiel 40 through 48 speaks all about the millennial kingdom, and it speaks about where the different tribes are going to have land, have territory. And Zebulun's is by the seashore, by the sea. Issachar is a strong donkey, lying down between the sheepfolds. When he saw that a resting place was good, and that the land was pleasant, he bowed his shoulder to bear burdens, and became a slave at forced labor. Now that let's see. Reading out to this website, it says Issachar was given. Let me read it again real quick. Issachar is a strong donkey, lying down between the sheepfolds. When he saw that a resting place was good, and that the land was pleasant, he bowed his shoulder to bear burdens, and became a slave at forced labor. And this right here says, Issachar was given the fertile land of the valley of Jezreel. However, he refused to fight for it, and he ended up in slavery. The descendants of Issachar. Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel. That was fulfilled. One of the main judges that most of y'all are going to recognize from the Bible, from the book of Judges, was Samson. And he was from the tribe of Dan. Dan shall be a serpent in the way, a horned snake in the path, that bites the horse's heels, so that his rider falls backward. For your salvation I wait, O Lord. Now, as far as let me see. I'm not sure about the part of it saying he shall be a serpent in the way, a horned snake in the path that bites the horse's heels. But where it says, for your salvation I wait, O Lord, the tribe of Dan isn't listed in the 144,000. It's every tribe besides the tribe of Dan and the tribe of Ephraim. And instead of those two, Manasseh is listed, which is Jacob's son, Joseph's son, is listed instead of Dan. As for Gad, raiders shall raid him, but he will raid at their heels. And there were a lot of warriors from the tribe of Dan in the time of David. From the tribe of Gad. First Chronicles 12, 8 through 15 says the Gadites who come to David are compared to lions. As for Asher, his food shall be rich, and he will yield royal dainties. And Asher's land says Asher received the lowlands of Carmel on the Mediterranean as far as the territory of Tyre, one of the most fertile parts of Canaan. This area abounded in wheat and oil. Naphtali is a doe let loose. He gives beautiful words. As far as the beautiful words, the song of Deborah and Barak in the book of Judges. They're from the tribe of Naphtali. Joseph is a fruitful bough by a spring. Its branches run over a wall. The archers bitterly attacked him, and shot at him, and harassed him. But his bow remained firm, and his arms were agile, from the hands of the mighty one of Jacob. From there is the shepherd, the stone of Israel. From the God of your father, who helps you, and by the Almighty who blesses you with blessings of heaven above, blessings of the deep that lies beneath, blessings of the breast and of the womb, blessings of the womb. And let me finish reading this and talk about Jacob. Blessings of your father, and the blessings of your father have surpassed the blessings of my ancestors, up to the utmost bound of the everlasting hills. May they be on the head of Joseph, and on the crown of the head of the one distinguished among his brothers. Now Joseph speaks about up to the utmost bound of the everlasting hills. Talking about Joseph is a fruitful bough by a spring. Now Joseph's sons are Ephraim and Manasseh. Ephraim represents the United States, and Manasseh, Great Britain. And so, a fruitful bow. Look at how fruitful the United States and the people of the United States, and even Britain. The archers attacked him, but his bow remained firm. Blessings of the breast and of the womb. Right, look how fruitful the U.S. is. As far as people, as far as a lot of things. Benjamin is a ravenous wolf. In the morning he devours the prey, and in the evening he divides the spoil. Now that there's certain people that are from the tribe of Benjamin, like Saul, Ehud, which is in the book of Judges. He was a mighty warrior. The Apostle Paul is from the tribe of Benjamin. Let me see if there's anything else on this. On Benjamin. And there's a few other warriors from the tribe of Benjamin. But all these are the 12 tribes of Israel. And this is what their father said to them when he blessed them. Like I said, this isn't something I've really studied into, like their blessings, the prophecies about them. But I looked up a little bit about it, and I told you that, and the basics of what I already know from it. All these are the 12 tribes of Israel, and this is what their father said to them when he blessed them. He blessed them to every one with a blessing appropriate to him. And then he charged them and said to them, I am about to be gathered to my people. Bury me with my fathers in the cave that is in the field of Ephron the Hittite, in the cave that is in the field of Machpelah, which is before Mamre, in the land of Canaan, which Abraham bought along with the field from Ephron the Hittite for a burial site. There they buried Abraham and his wife Sarah. There they buried Isaac and his wife Rebekah. And there I buried Leah. The field and the cave that is in it, purchased from the sons of Heth. When Jacob finished charging his sons, he drew his feet into the bed and breathed his last, and was gathered to his people. That's the end of Genesis 49. May God bless you guys.